Hey guys, this is Be Real with Jody. If this is your first time here, I'm so glad you're here. Today we're going to be talking about fun stuff. We always talk about something fun. We always give you actual tools to help you in your life to feel how you want to feel and to accomplish your goals. We don't just tell you, rainbows and butterflies and, just be positive. I give you actual things to do. And so today we're going to be talking about a fun thing where sometimes, well, actually, I'm just going to start with a story, okay? This week, man, you're like, wait, Jody, you're a life coach? Because guess what? I was feeling so sorry for myself, like all week. Like, woke up, like, here's the thoughts that go in my head. Like, why do I have to wake up so early? Why do I have to do everything? Everything's hard. Everybody else is in Italy and having fun, and I'm at work, and my kids are at home. Just telling myself this story that here's the funny thing. I think it's the facts, right? I believe it like it's true. And the truth is there are facts, but it's the way I'm thinking about it, right? So it's like I'm just telling myself basically life's happening to me and it's, poor me, right? And here's the funny thing. That gives us a little bit of like sense of like, feeling good for a second. Like we just get to like live in our misery. But do you ever get sick of it? Do you ever get sick of feeling sorry for yourself? And it's like you tell yourself like, you know, I feel sad because these people are leaving me out, or I don't have friends because those guys are jerks, or my ward's terrible, or whatever. It's like we give the power of how we feel to the things outside of us. And if you do this, it does not mean you're weak or you have problems or you're negative. It means you're a human. It means that's just what our brains do. Okay. But once you're aware of it, you can change it. And the way you change it is deciding, guess what? The truth is everything's happening for me. And I just wanted you to think about that. Like even your problems, even the hard things in your life, they're actually for you. They're helping you. How are they helping you? I want to tell you one more story. This week I was able to watch a little video and it happened at a girls' camp. And the girls all got to come up and write something that they were struggling with, like on a big sheet. And they wrote, and you would just be so heartbroken to hear the words that they were writing. And maybe you would agree with them. It's like, they were struggling. They said, I have anxiety. People don't understand me. I have no friends. I'm ugly. My parents expect too much of me. I'm going to disappoint people. I've made too many mistakes. I don't fit in. I'm not as pretty as everybody, right? I'm not as cool as everybody. Like all these, like there was so many of these thoughts, so many thoughts about I'm not good enough. I don't know how many times I read that. I'm not good enough. If that's you, keep listening, okay? They're writing, I'm not good enough. I'm anxious. I'm worried. I'm not, I don't know if I'm gonna make it in my life, right? All of these thoughts, and these are coming from a bunch of people from really good families, good environments. And guess what? It's not just you. Everybody deals with these thoughts. They come into our minds, okay? You're gonna have these negative thoughts. You're gonna have these thoughts where you tell yourself, it's harder for you than other people, or you have it worse, right? These are all normal negative thoughts. And what was cool about it, even it was heartbreaking to see, it was like, look at all these normal fun, cool girls, everybody had these negative thoughts. Everybody had something that they were struggling with, right? And then what they did is they shined a light on top of the thoughts, and it was Jesus. And then they asked the girls to answer this question, which was, what would Jesus say to you? What would Jesus tell you about yourself? Right? And just that question changed the whole narrative. Then on the next different sheet, they all wrote things like, he would tell me I'm doing a good job. He would tell me I'm loved no matter what. He would tell me I'm his daughter. I'm his child. He would tell me I'm amazing and I'm doing a good job and to not give up, right? And okay, this is what's crazy. The thoughts are coming from the same brain. They're not like, here's the depressed, angry girls, and here's the happy, confident, spiritual girls. No, they're all the same girl. It's the same girl. She's having some negative thoughts, right? And once she asks herself a good question, which is, what would Jesus say to me? Then her brain went to work looking for the answer to that, right? Which was, I am loved. I am worthy. God loves me no matter what, right? Like, just keep going. Just do your best. That's inside you too. Okay. So, yes, you have some negative thoughts. You have some thoughts that you're feeling sorry for yourself, but guess what? You also have wisdom in you. We need to ask the right question. If you ask yourself, why don't I have friends? Guess what your brain's gonna do? Tell you, well, you're weird and you don't fit in and you don't have cool clothes like them and you're not as smart as them, whatever it is, right? If you ask yourself a negative question, your brain's going to give you a negative answer. It's really good at answering the question you give it. If you ask it a positive question, it's going to go to work looking for that. So that is the trick, you guys. When you're feeling negative, when you're feeling kind of weighed down with life and like things aren't working out for you and you have it harder and you're feeling sorry for yourself and you're feeling that negative spiral that happens to everyone, this is what you do. You ask yourself a good question. I love that question. What would Jesus say about you? Right? That's how you're going to get back to who am I even? Why does this even matter? Why does school matter? None of it matters. The truth is like, I am loved no matter what. God loves me and I'm going to follow him. Right? And then from there, we're like, okay, then what do I want to do to become more like him? Do I want to accomplish my goals? Do I want to keep going? But here's the truth. None of that is going to give you that feeling. The feeling that you want is that you matter. God loves you. You're worthy no matter what. Your worth does not change, right? And if you've made mistakes, God's like, hey, come closer. Come closer to me. Turn back to me. I want to love you. I want to meet you where you are and help you, right? So that question, what does Jesus think about you? Here's another question. This is what I asked myself, okay? Like when I was in my just, negative spiral, feel sorry for myself, I was like, what do you want to do? Like not what should this person be doing? Um, what is someone else gonna do for you? It was what do I want to do? Like given the circumstances, given, your work schedule or your bank account or whatever is happening, let's just take, okay, here's the circumstances. Now what do you want to do? And guess what I did? I got on ChatGPT and I asked it some questions about how I could increase some of my goals, how I could work on some things. And it just gave me a little fire. And I'm not saying ChatGPT is the answer. What I'm saying is I asked myself a question, which was, what do I want to do? Like I could sit here and tell myself it's not fair and it's everybody else's fault and it's not, and I have it worse than everyone. But guess what? I get to feel. Maybe that's true, but then I just get to feel sorry for myself and stuck and just spinning in misery, wishing other people would change. And I don't know if you've tried that very long, but it's miserable. So give yourself a minute. Okay. I'm not saying you have to be perfect about this all the time, but when you're sick of feeling sorry for yourself, which if you're like me, it happens, you're like, okay, now what do you want to do, Jody? Now what do you want to do? Self. Okay. It's like, let's make a plan. I cannot control what other people think about me, what other people do, what other people, anything. What do I have control over? Me, my thoughts, my actions, how I want to perceive my reality, right? I could tell myself a story about how everything's terrible, or I could decide, hey, guess what? This is what's happening right now. All of this is happening for me. What do I want to do? What do I want to do that's fun? What sounds awesome to me, right? And give yourself some fire. And the only way to do that is do that mental shift. Don't sit there and tell yourself it's not fair. And it's like, here's the truth. It's actually true. It's not fair. It's not fair for anybody. Everybody has hard stuff. I know you can't see it. I can't see it all the time in it, people, but the truth is life isn't fair to anybody. Everybody has struggles. And when we focus on how, it's not fair, we just get to feel what? Depressed, sad, lonely, stuck. And you can do that. And I get it. But when you're sick of it, I want you to ask this question. What would God say about me? What does Jesus think about me? And what do I want to do? Like, what can I decide? It's like you have a remote control to your brain. Are we going to give it to all the mean people at school and, the president and all the bad things that are happening to you? Or do they get to be in charge of how you feel? This remote control controls your brain and your heart. Are we going to give it to them? That's a terrible idea. Let's take it back. Here's the truth. Life is not all rainbows and butterflies. And it's awesome. What's going good for you? Ask yourself that. What am I thankful for? How is this working out for me? What could I do that's fun today? Like, ask your brain a good question. That is my favorite hack to get out of that. And I actually felt a complete shift in my energy, complete shift in my, thoughts and my brain pattern just from that one question. What do you want to do, Jody? Here we go. Let's go. You could sit and think, like, I could spend the next 50 years thinking about how everything's not fair. right? Or it could be like, okay, anyways, what's new? Let's go. Like, yeah, hasn't been fair for a while. So what? What do I want to do? So I'm going to challenge you. Take a look at the things that you tell yourself, you're feeling sorry for yourself about, and have some grace for yourself. Listen, it's okay to feel sad sometimes, but when you're sick of it, ask yourself a good question. What do I want to do? Now, what do I want to do? Let's make a plan. Let's do something. Let's move the needle a different way. Let's take some action on your goals, right? And stop telling yourself you can't have friends because they're mean. Guess what? There's people everywhere. Just because you don't have friends at school, go find some friends somewhere else. Sign up for a class, do something else, but don't give them all the power to how you feel about yourself. Ask yourself, what do I want to do? And figure out a plan and watch your whole energy, your whole feelings in your body shift, and you decide to take care of your life. Because if you're like me, I don't want all these other people in charge. I want to be able to be the one to decide what I want to feel, what I want to think, and what I want to do in my life. So if this is going to help you, or this is going to help somebody else who's stuck with his thoughts, send this to your friends, send this to anyone. And I want to help you more with this if you want. I'm doing one-on-one coaching. Pretty soon, we're going to do a group coaching that's going to come up, I think in July. I'm going to get like a small group together who wants to work together, who wants to support each other, and who wants to work on these coaching tools to increase confidence, get ready for school starting. If you want in on that, text me, DM me. I want to have you in there. It's probably going to be a limited number, so let me know right away if you want to. So have a good week.